vegan, what does your nutrition look like training for something like this?
So being vegan, which has been more than 25 years at this point, I am super focused on nutrition. And people have this impression that vegans are all about health. Okay, it is. You know, health is the reason that I really started it. But there's also this impression that like you're always hungry or like, you know, you don't get enough calories. I eat about 3,000 calories a day. Most everything that I have is going to be gluten-free. So gluten-free breads, gluten-free cereals, gluten-free whatever I'm having whenever possible. So in the morning, that will mean a beautiful 2 pieces of toast with almond butter or peanut butter on it. So I'm getting that protein, I'm getting the grains, I'm getting the fiber. Our dinners, which I eat fruit throughout the day. So you could figure I probably eat 6 or 8 servings of fruit throughout the day. In the evening, I'm gonna have a combination of proteins and carbs. So a lot of rice, beans. I eat more legumes than any person on the planet. So you got carbs, you got protein with the beans, and then we'll always have something green. Always, always, always. Every single night will be a giant bundle of asparagus, or I love to braise broccoli spears. Years ago, I learned that the color of your plate says everything about the health of your plate. So it should be multicolored. One thing I want to talk about for just one quick sec too is blood testing and dieting, because people all the time come to me and they say, hey, my neighbor lost 30 pounds like the last month on a keto diet, so I'm going to do that. And I'm like, why? You know, your neighbor has nothing to do with it. You know, get some blood work. Understand where you're deficient, where you need to improve, and that's your starting point. You know, don't start just because your neighbor had success with something. Start because you understand your own physiology and you have a plan with your doctor, your nutritionist, your trainer.
Is there a question that you want to be asked that people haven't asked?
One of the things I get asked all the time is like, why am I still doing this at my age? I mean, and again, I don't like to dwell on age, but the reality is I know that if I keep moving, that I'm going to stay healthier. So part of me always wants to stay in motion. People have this idea that like maybe I'm running from something or I'm running to something, and all of those things may very well be true. But that gets to the heart of the why, because the why for me is based completely in curiosity. I'm curious, can I do this? What am I going to learn? Like this time with Dead Sea to Everest, I'm not even answering the question like, why am I doing it? And my answer is, ask me after I'm done. Because the lessons that are learned along a long journey road are impossible to know what those answers are going to be in advance. And if you set yourself up for attachment to outcomes, you have a greater chance of being disappointed in what you actually get. So for me, it is this idea that I want to keep exploring. I'm 63, I'll be 64 when I do this expedition. I hope when I'm 84 that I'm still out there exploring the planet in a way that's about people. This isn't an athletic undertaking. This is cultural exploration. All I want to do is be out there in the world, seeing as much of it as I can before I'm done on this planet. Hey, thanks everybody for watching. Please put some comments, ask questions, tell me what your big expedition is that you want to do. If I can help you, let me know how, and thanks for following.